Welcome in, everyone. Some familiar faces, some new to me faces. So hello, welcome. Let's just dive right in. And as people keep trickling in, I'll stop and say hi from time to time so that everyone feels welcome. But for those who know me and for those who are joining us for the very first time, thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us on our CadreTalk Town Hall. I am Kate Zeitvogel. I am the Director of Customer Success here at Cadre, which basically means that I am your go-to girl for any question you have about the platform. Anything you might have, I'm the go-to person. So happy to be here and happy to answer those questions. I am joined by a small group of our Cadre team. We've got Michael Shaman, who is our Director of Business Development. He handles a lot of the sales stuff, so he's going to be a great one to pick his brain today about what he sees coming up. We've got Lana Wass here. She's one of our customer success associates, and we have Bianna Spence here, one of our other customer success associates. I can speak. And so welcome, everyone. For those who are willing to turn your camera on, thank you. I love having another face to talk to. For those who don't totally understand, we can all get zoomed out at this point, and I don't blame you. So again, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Today, we're talking about communication within Cadre, because I know that we get a lot of questions. Our support desk gets a lot of questions, which is fantastic. That's what they're there for. But we know that we sometimes get questions from people basically just saying, I don't even know who to turn to. I don't know what the right venue or avenue is. So I thought today we would spend a little bit of time tackling that and then touching base on some of the other questions that you all have. Unlike previous ones, which were an hour long, I am going to keep this one short. I'm going to keep this one to 30 minutes. If we do happen to run a little longer, that's fine. But I'll keep this one nice and short because I know you all are busy. I know I'm busy, and spring is just heating up, which I know Michael will be happy to talk about in a few moments. So real fast, to talk about various avenues of communication. Most of you are aware that in general, if you have a question about anything in general, getting in touch with our support team is the way to go. They are phenomenal. We've got a great group that's growing over there to help answer any of your questions that you might have. And as Lana just added in our chat there, if you've got a question, email them at support@hirecadre.com. But that's not the only way to get in touch with people. We've got our knowledge base, which is constantly growing and has a lot of the questions answered already for you right there. Bianna, if you have a moment, would you pull that up for us, please? Our knowledge base, if there is a question that you're not seeing an answer to in there, get in touch with our support team. But in there, we've got a lot of those questions answered. We've got videos that go along with a lot of them. And like I said, it's constantly growing because we're constantly updating our platform and making sure that you have the most up-to-date information. So we've got our knowledge base, we've got our support team, we've got our YouTube channel. Have you all seen our YouTube channel? In addition to our how-to videos, we also have all of our previous town halls on there. So if you want to reference something, or maybe you want to see one of the ones from back during quarantine, when we had a lot of our guest speakers on, that would be the place to be. Perfect. Thank you so much, Bianna. So here is our knowledge base. We use Zendesk. So hirecadre.zendesk.com, and that will get you right over to answering all of those questions. We've got a few highlighted, as you can see, with the little star in there. So if you're not able to find your question in here, reach out to support. But if the question is specific to the event, or maybe it's specific to when you're getting paid or getting expenses reimbursed, any of those questions that are really specific to the event, reach out to your client or your hiring manager or your account manager. How can you tell who that's going to be? Bianna, could you pop over to your profile real fast? Perfect. Thank you. So you can see we've got names and photos right in there for you. So Jonas there has contracted Bianna for a couple of programs in here, a couple of projects. So if she's got any questions about the project itself, maybe she needs to know more details, get greater parameters, whatever it happens to be, contacting Jonas is going to be the way to go. And doing that is real easy right here in Cadre. Send a message. It goes directly to him. But let's say you've sent a message over to your client via Cadre, and let's say they haven't gotten back to you, reach out to our support team. We'll get in touch. We'll try pinging from the back end and try getting their attention that way. But this is how you're going to know who to get in touch with about your specific event, your specific contract. The information's all right in there. Messaging is kept right within Cadre, and nice and neat for all of you. Great. Let's see. Bianna, what have I missed? Have I missed anything so far in terms of communication avenues?
No, ma'am.
Excellent. Oh, hi, Bo. Excellent. All righty. So we like to keep everything here in Cadre, as you can see. But like I said, we have a few avenues outside of the platform itself to get in touch with people. The last one that I want to point out is that little need help button down in that lower left corner. Yep, exactly. Go ahead and click on that. Here we go. You'll get started with a quick little chat, start searching through some of those knowledge base articles. And if need be, we can get you in touch with one of our customer success support team associates over there. They're pretty fast. They may be tied up with a few other people, so just be patient, but they will get back to you very quickly. So those are the best ways to get in touch about the program itself. If you've got a specific question, if someone's not answering, again, our support team is always there. And last but not least, but if you've got a question about your money, I haven't been paid, when do I get paid? All of that stuff, again, come to our support team, but you can also reach out to our accounting team, and they can be reached at accounting@hirecadre.com. We keep it real simple for all of you. So those are the avenues that I wanted to touch base on. To make sure that everyone is aware of all of those routes and make sure that they know who to talk to when they have that question, but to also know that there are other avenues that you can take to try and find your answer if you're not getting a response quickly enough. So with that said, I want to just open it up to questions. I did send out to all of you yesterday, I believe it was, a couple of surveys. We do want to get your help. You all have been responsive and attentive to all of our town halls. So I'm looking to get some of your feedback. I did send out those two different surveys. We've got a couple of them in here. It should just take you a couple of minutes to get it entered in here. And I'm just looking for basic information to try and update and freshen up our town hall experience. One of the suggestions in here is making it 30 minutes or less. So I'm trying that today. We're going to keep it to 30 minutes, like I said. But then I also sent over one about a potential opportunity we're looking into, giving freelancers an opportunity to have a premium option. Not required, kind of like with LinkedIn Premium or with some of those other job sites. This would be an option. We're looking at what all it would entail, but getting your feedback as to what would be valuable to you, so we can build this to be helpful for you, is definitely what I'm looking for. So please, if you could, take a couple of minutes to fill out both surveys, again, real fast. 4 or 5 questions long, and your insight is very helpful for this. And if you've got other ideas that you would like to throw in there, I am open to ideas. I've just simply thrown out some ones in those surveys that I have received over the course of these town halls, and am gauging your feedback as to how valuable that might be. So let me open it up to all of you. What questions about Cadre do you have? How is your spring looking? Let me start there. How is spring looking? Are you busy? No, not super busy this spring, huh? All right. Well, that's interesting to hear. I know that it's been fairly busy, or at least it's been looking busy on Cadre. Michael, I know that you've been talking a lot with some current clients as well as bringing new clients into the fold, which that's always a good thing, having more clients. How's it looking out there when you're talking to people?
Yeah, I think I've said this in a couple of town halls, but coming hopefully out of the pandemic, we're seeing clients, both meeting planning agencies and direct corporate meeting teams, asking us for more specialized skill sets that you already have. But it's, 10 years ago, I just need a meeting and event planner in, Orlando. And now we're getting requests for, specific skill sets. I want someone with pharmaceutical meetings experience, technology events experience. I want someone who knows Cvent, Project Flex, or On Arrival. And that just speaks to the fact that the more you market yourselves as freelancers on Cadre's platform, the quicker we can align you with these specific requests that keep coming in. We're still seeing a steady stream of on-site. One thing that I've been trying to, for lack of a better term, sell this for years, but meeting planning companies, let's take, let's say a larger medium-sized meeting planning company, they have their freelancers that they've been attached to for years, and that's understandable, but we're really trying to push that local element. It's a bit of a calculated risk for a lot of our clients. How can I trust someone I've never met before to client face on site in front of my biggest client? And I like to say, jump and the net will appear. But I think we're trying to we're finally convincing our clients to, you can have your team lead and you can fly that person around, but why spend so much on T&E and lodging and air when Cadre has a bounty of people in Orlando or in smaller locales? So it's just one thing we're trying to do. One of my selling points for this too is that again, it's that kind of trust fall, if you will. But when you work with local people in these destinations, they know the wrong turns. You know that this property might not be up to speed. These vendors might not be up to par. And our clients in turn rely upon your intuition and your local knowledge. It's not just the fact that you live in Atlanta and you live a 15-minute drive from the event, thereby negating any need for travel expenses. It's what you bring, your knowledge of what happens at local properties and local events. And it's that guidance that I really push to our clients. But again, continuing to see really, more and more requests for longer term project placement. Meeting teams are still tiny coming out of the pandemic, and not everyone has been fortunate enough or had the overhead, frankly, to hire back up. And so they're turning to us with these specialized needs, with their team's hair is on fire. They don't know what to do. And it's really, we've seen a lot more of this on the rise, this longer term stuff. It's not, we still have a boatload of on-site and requests for that. We see that a lot from pharma, series of speaker programs, ad boards, those kinds of things where you need somebody from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the back room of a Morton Steakhouse. But really, and I think I'll just say it's more lucrative. Obviously, someone comes to us, I need somebody in Orlando who knows Cvent for a period of 4 months. And that's you're ready to go. So it's that stuff that we're seeing more come in. And I think you'll see that reflecting on the opportunities that come through Cadre's platform.
Excellent. That's great to know. Biana, would you pull up your profile again? I want to make sure everyone here knows, and I think most of you do, but I want to make sure everyone knows where and how to update their profile. One of the things that you just mentioned, Michael, was promoting yourself and making sure that all of that information is accessible here on Cadre. So Biana, go for it. If you click over on that expertise in the left column there, even if you normally just do planning work, or even if you just do on-site work, but you've got planning experience, make sure you've got all of your experience encapsulated in your profile, because to Michael's point, the clients that we're seeing are getting much more specific with their needs. Whether they post it that way or not is another situation, but they're coming to us saying, I need someone who knows X, Y, and Z. I don't care about A, B, and C. Having all of those details in there is going to be especially beneficial. Excellent, as she's adding that in, scrolling through there. Fantastic. So by doing all of this, keeping it up to date, making it so that those clients can find you in there, but also so that if and when we roll out these premium options, it also makes it even more beneficial to you, because not only will clients be able to find you by a sort and a search and a filter, but our AI in the background will already be doing it for them and bringing you up to the top with all of that. So in addition to having it here and being able to see it in your profile, which is always a great thing, being able to search for it is another great thing. But when it comes to your social profile as well, which when people go start searching, maybe they don't even know where to turn, right? So they turn to the interwebs and start searching local event professional in Savannah, Georgia. You'll be able to pull up in there also, because all of those details are pinpointed, and Google and Bing do their work. Yeah, go ahead and click on the promote yourself area, Biana. Perfect.
Can I add one more thing, Kate? And when back at expertise, if you can also do on-site, and we're finding more and more many clients are doing a lot of not on-site, but remote work. So
Yeah.
I would go back and make sure that you've clicked both on-site and remote, so that those opportunities come into your mailbox.
That's a great point. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. And so in this promote yourself area, this would be another great area to show your public profile right in there, have those clients find you. Excellent. Wonderful. And being able to share your profile that way. And to Lana's point, making sure that you have all of your expertise in there. So if you do work both planning and on-site, you'll be able to get all of those opportunities in your profile. If you just have one selected, you'll only see those projects that are posted in there for that particular set of expertise. So if you have the skill set, make sure it's in there. Wonderful. What other questions can we help answer for people? And Biana, thank you so much for showing that to us. Great, thank you. Excellent. All righty. Yeah, I see a hand raised. Go for it.
Hi, Kate, do you suggest, if you haven't been trained in CVET, to pick up training? And is that something that you have any suggestions of where you can hear that training?
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. And going directly to CVET. CVET has an entire training module and will certify you in their specific applications. So going directly to CVET, I absolutely recommend it. Getting that certification, it's definitely taking over. I will say CVET is definitely taking over the industry. As we've seen over the past 20 years, they just keep growing and growing, and they're not stopping anytime soon. So I absolutely recommend learning even just some basic CVET information will get you ahead in the game, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great. All right, what other questions can I help answer for people? We're just about out of time. We've got about 10 minutes left, which is great. I love this shorter time. I think that we will probably keep this going. As a reminder, please go ahead and fill out those surveys. Getting your feedback is going to be invaluable. Again, a bunch of different ideas out there for how that premium option might work, but really we want you to benefit from it. We want you to be getting more business from it. So different ways to help you do that. We are all ears. It's just a matter of getting those ideas out there. So let me know. I am happy to discuss any of those options and ideas that you might have. I am happy to address that. Again, head over to YouTube if you want to check out our how-to videos, or if you would like to check out some of our past Cadre talks. We've had other ones on similar topics, also just covering what clients do when they first log in and post their project and what that looks like, so that you can see the other side of it. If you've got other suggestions, we're open to that. And before we wrap things up, let me just ask real fast. Let me get a general consensus from you all. What do you all think of having a premium option? What do you think of that, I guess? Let me start there. Is it something that that you might be interested in? Yeah. Sure.
Hi, I think it depends upon the cost
Okay.
for myself.
And what kind of cost would be, I mean, I guess it depends on what all is offered in it when it comes down to cost. And so some of the options that we have listed as benefits for this premium option would be having your name come up to the top of searches, be having your profile promoted to our clients in social media and emails. Are some of those things that you would want? A full review of your profile by one of our customer success associates? Are those the types of things that you would find beneficial for a premium option, or are there other types of things? What do you think?
I did check some of those on the survey, and I mean, and obviously it's like, going to the top of the list on any of the Google searches or any of the other, you're paying to promote yourself. I mean, obviously it's all valuable. I just think I need to weigh what the cost is from my personal perspective, maybe different from everybody else on the call here. Trying to keep it all afloat, sort of. So, I mean, I don't know, I think I put down, which I shouldn't even say this out loud, I think I put down something like $20 a month, which may be just way short of what your thoughts are on the cost. Sure. Maybe somebody else can afford to do a, $500 annually. I don't know. But I'm not a business. I mean, I am a business, but I'm an individual. So, I have to weigh the costs. But yeah, promoting yourself is obviously key to getting more jobs. And the top of the list, the faster the person can find you. They may be in a hurry and they may just say, yeah, this works, let's go. So
are there other,
again, I think it comes down to cost.
I can appreciate that. Are there other features that maybe we haven't put down there that you would find beneficial that I just haven't even thought of yet?
I don't know. I haven't thought of it either.
Okay. It couldn't hurt to ask, right?
Yeah, right. Some of those
Well,
that you had were very valuable, I believe.
Great. Oh, good. Thank you. That alone helps. Just knowing that we're at least on the right track.
Going the right way, right?
Exactly. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. What do other people think? Are those features that would be beneficial to you as a freelancer on Cadre if we were to offer a premium option? Yeah, could be. Potentially. It could be great, just depends on the cost is what it really seems to come down to for most of the people that I'm seeing on this call at the moment. Okay, I can appreciate that. I am possibly one of the most frugal people you'll meet, so I can absolutely appreciate needing to know what it's going to cost before saying, yeah, that would be helpful for me. So, all right, great. Well, please know that I am open to more ideas. Lana, Biana, Michael, myself, we are all ears. So please let us know. Again, fill out those surveys. And I believe there's an area in there where you can add more suggestions and comments in there. We have about 2 or 3 minutes left. So any other questions about the platform, about our next town hall, about anything at all? Okay. You all have been really great. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I do enjoy having this shorter format. Oh, I just received a question from, so what if, here's another suggestion for the premium ideas. So what if we were to commission you for bringing business to Cadre? Would that be something that you would be interested in? For example, you bring one of your clients that you've worked with previously, they post a project, they contract you. In addition to being contracted and getting the work, you would get an additional bonus for bringing that client in. Would that be something of interest to all of you? Possibly. Yes, I've got one yes. All right. All right, cool. So we'll add that to our list of ideas. Let me write that down so I don't forget it. Putting that in there. All right. Great. We already have a way for you to get the reviews from them, but maybe getting commissioned for bringing them on and getting work through them would be beneficial as well. All right. We'll add that in there. All right. Last but not least, any other questions I can help answer? Any other ideas that people would like to float out there? You can send it to me anonymously and I will, like I just did, send it out to you anonymously as well. All right, cool. Wonderful. Well, everyone, thank you all so much. We will have our next town hall in July. Just gives us all a little time to recuperate from busy beginning of summer, and to get our wits about us. So please look for those that registration coming up soon. Thank you all again for joining us. Please fill out that survey. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of us, support@hirecadre.com. Again, thank you all for joining us, and we will see you all in July. Thank you. Stay safe. Have a good one. Bye.